How do you do it? My husband wants a divorce. Actually, no, he said that he wants a dissolution. I just quit my full-time job to take a part-time job at the school. That way I can get myself through school to get my RN degree. Now he wants to separate, and I have no idea how I'm going to do it. One, I am so sad for our daughter. She's always had mommy and daddy there, and it breaks my heart that she has to go through this.
Of course, there are always exceptions, but most of the time, if a man is talking about divorce, it's because his wife pushed him to that point. In this case, her story is really vague, and she keeps leaning on her daughter for sympathy. That usually tells us she messed up pretty badly.
But also, how the am I going to afford to live? How am I going to be able to provide for myself and her? I think I'm just still in shock right now. Is this really happening? Yeah, it is. I don't know. If you guys have any advice, just let me know.
This is a perfect example of how women will always think about themselves when it comes to a breakup or a dissolution or a divorce. Because why is it as a society we've normalized just breaking up?
This idea got normalized because modern women started telling each other, there's always a better man out there. So, if a relationship actually takes effort, it's seen as a failure, and she feels like she should just move on. Hard work? Nobody wants to do it anymore.
Imagine if these same women put in the same amount of energy into fixing a relationship as they do in planning their exit. We'd have a lot less divorces, I'll tell you that much. But even more so, everything in this video screams me, 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 and nothing about possibly saving the relationship. And then, of course, the women will get on the internet and claim that it's in the best interest of their children, even though they're thinking about themselves. But the reality is that household is never going to be the same.
The real victims here are the kids. They didn't ask for any of this, but they get caught in the middle of all the drama between their parents. Too often, they end up being used as pawns in the wife's twisted game of revenge.
There is no amount of money, of alimony, or child support that is going to make your children secure by not having both parents together. And so many women have done this so freely because it's so celebrated and so normalized to just be a singular co-parent rather than what it looks like to make up, break up, and fix a broken home rather than just finding a new one. And all that's really going to happen is she's going to find some simp that wants to put up with her kids and basically take care of her and do the bare minimum as a stepdad, because basically he's easier to manipulate because her ex-husband no longer wants to put up with it.
What makes it worse is how divorce is often seen as brave. But there's nothing brave about running from a marriage as soon as things get tough. Walking away at the first sign of trouble? That's just plain cowardly.
My husband works 2 jobs.
2.
He works 64 hours a week.
Continue.
Has 1 day off. And within that 1 day, I want him to go outside with us.
You want him.
Me, Sophie, and him.
Right.
But he wants to stay home
Okay,
and spend time with us.
Okay.
But I don't want that. I want us to be outside. And I'm upset with him because we don't go outside and do activities as a family. Am I being reasonable or am I being a bad wife?
You're being unreasonable and being a bad wife. You're both.
This isn't really about the kids. She can take them out anytime she wants. Instead, she waits for her husband's only day off just to make him give up his peace for her. It's all about her feelings, and resenting him for not doing more.
If I'm working 64 hours a week, and you're a stay-at-home mom that watches way too much TV, which I'm assuming because you posted this, you watch too much TV, God forbid a girl has a hobby that doesn't require spending money, hashtag stay-at-home mom, you posted this. I'd be if you're going to tell me what the hell I'm doing on my off day. I have literally been out the house all week working. I would love to be inside of the house that I'm paying for. You're 100% being unreasonable. And if you don't like it, get a damn job. What you just said got the women in the comments bashing you. When you got that happening on the internet, you know you're wrong. You know you done said some how inconsiderate of you. Mans is literally working his life away to provide for you two. And you're mad because he wants to spend his one off day indoors, the one day that he can be indoors with you.
If she's a stay-at-home mom who watches too much TV, she's missing chances to actually spend time with her kids outside. Instead, it becomes just another excuse to complain, even when her husband is doing his part by giving her a comfortable stay-at-home life.
I caught her talking to other men, and she won't get out of my car. Now she's crying. I caught her talking to other dudes. Oh, wow, that must be sad. God, that must be terrible. Oh, man. What were their names again? I love how you said they were just your friends and you were sending them pictures. Get the f*** out of my...
You can hear this dude's pain in his voice alone. You know, if this dude ever manages to see this video, or there's someone out here going through this, which I know there is, never, ever take her back. Never.
It's well known that when a cheating woman gets caught, she usually reacts in one of three ways. She laughs it off like it's a joke, flies into a rage, or cries non-stop. No matter which one, it's all about dodging responsibility while trying to hold on to the man.
Leave men 80% of the time. And if they're college educated, it's 90. So if you get divorced, it's 80% of the time like the woman leaves. And one of the number one predictors of a divorce is actually if the woman out-earns the man.
Oh, I love that. I actually love that. I can't lie.
You love that? You don't think that's kind of...
No, I'm like, girl, you go get that. You go get a man. And, like, yeah, you go get that. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Like, why is there like a lack of empathy for men?
It's
like,
not a lack of empathy. It's
but there is, because like they're breaking up a family and lifelong commitment in a home, and your reaction is you go get the bag, sis, or like I'm so happy for you. When that's actually a really that's a sad situation.
What makes it even worse is how women are often encouraged to celebrate when a man gets hurt, emotionally, physically, or financially. They actually take pleasure in his suffering, which is completely not normal.
I'm trying to understand women. They put nails on top of their nails. They glue hair onto their actual hair. Like, they spend 3 hours curling their hair just to make it look effortless. Okay, you think you're gonna decode that? Bro, you can't even fold a fitted sheet. What are you gonna figure out? All right, women are playing a completely different game. Okay, you're out here trying to figure out if she likes you based on her text response time. Meanwhile, she's matching her perfume to the season.
The funny thing is, if you ask her why she acts like that, she'll get mad at you for not understanding the struggles of being a woman. Because apparently, nothing says oppression like not being able to find a perfume that fits the winter season.
Right? You're still confused why she needs 4 different shampoos. She's out here contouring her collarbones. All right? You're still using the same 3-in-1 body wash for your hair, face, and car tires. She's out here color coding skincare for morning and night routines. What do you know? You're worried about whether she likes you. She's out here matching her purse with her water bottle. You think it's crazy she has 10 foundations. She thinks it's crazy you own 1 towel. All right? So trying to understand women is like trying to understand Wi-Fi. One day it's strong, next day it's weak. Sometimes it just disappears without warning. You still pay the bill regardless. All right? Listen, stop stressing yourself out. Okay? You don't need to understand women. Just do the best you can. Stay humble. I don't know what to tell you.
Even if men completely understood women, they'd probably still get mad and change everything just to stir up more chaos in your life. And the funny part? Most of the time, these women don't even know why they do it themselves.
You? Really?
I mean, yeah, I am. Because you did.
You don't know why I stopped talking to you?
No.
So you wanted to do this on the radio. Fine. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, it's the only way I can get a hold of you.
You're out of your mind. Seriously, you are out of your mind. But you know what? Since we're here and you didn't just want to keep it private, I'm going to tell everyone why we're no longer in contact.
These women are completely out of their minds. I mean, who goes on a radio show just to bash some guy they were dating, hoping he'll call in and start an argument? That's the kind of thing you'd expect in cartoons or a badly written rom-com, not real life.
You see, my friends was kind of, sometimes we do it, glancing over her shoulder and looking at what she was doing, and she was seeing someone. And obviously she was not seeing me. I was right there at the party. And when I confronted her about it, she told me to f*** off and she left. So, she's saying she has no idea. I feel like that's pretty clear.
Is that why you cut off contact?
I told you I had unresolved stuff with my ex, okay?
There's a fine line between dealing with breakup drama and sending dirty messages to your ex while you're supposed to be with someone else. That's straight up cheating, and she's clearly in the wrong.
Yeah, but
Apparently.
I thought that you were processing a breakup, not that you were still sitting and talking and all of that.
This is your fault. You don't know anything about emotions.
This is crazy.
You
Yeah.
tell me who I can and can't text.
I mean, I feel like you really don't know how dating works at all. Obviously, I'm over this. I'm done. I'm gone.
It seems like that guy actually understands emotions better than she does. He has every right to be furious, especially when she's trying to drag his name through the mud just to avoid taking responsibility for cheating on him.
The reason why you don't hear about healthy relationships anymore is because of the fact that those of us in healthy relationships ain't got to say to y'all. Because anytime we tell you what we do for our husband or what our husband does for us, y'all look for any reason to try to come up with some type of excuse or some type of narrative that we're being controlled or that we're not really happy or I would never do that. Is exactly why you're miserable.
At the end of the day, it's just bitter jealousy. Modern women can't stand seeing other women in healthy relationships because it reminds them of something they feel they'll never have.
Is still single, and exactly why no matter who you try to date or what you try to date, you still end up unhappy because you have this long list of what you feel like is supposed to come from a relationship, yet you don't want to be able to, like, you just want to be on the receiving end. Relationships are give and take. I can't remember the last time that I did laundry, but I will be out here taking the trash out because I don't give a. I would rather take the trash out than to be downstairs doing laundry. I don't want to. I don't like laundry. But if I tell y'all, oh yeah, I take the trash out. What? You take the trash out? You're a woman. You shouldn't be taking out the trash. That's a man's job. Like, when it comes to a healthy relationship, there is no gender roles. I do what I want to do and he does what he wants to do. And it ends up working out together because I do. And it just so happens that what he doesn't like to do, I don't mind doing. And what he doesn't like to do, what I don't like to do, he does.
At the end of the day, modern women hate the idea that a relationship only works if both people actually put in the effort. That's the one thing they refuse to do. Anyway, that's where we'll wrap up today's episode. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves.